Unbelievable shock. Your person nearly collapsed when they found out you did this. My beloved child. Come closer and listen with your heart, not your fear. You are wondering what happened. Why their energy suddenly changed. Why they looked at you with those eyes full of shock. You think you did something wrong. You think you hurt them. You think you lost them. But the truth is very different. They were not shocked because you failed. They were shocked because you changed. For so long, they knew a version of you that kept giving, kept waiting, kept tolerating, kept staying silent. They knew the version of you that would chase, that would apologize even when you were not wrong, that would break yourself just to keep the connection alive. But suddenly, you stopped. You stopped over-explaining. You stopped begging for attention. You stopped lowering your standards. You started choosing your peace. My beloved child. That is what shocked them. They were not prepared to see you stand in your power. They were not prepared to see you walk away from what was hurting you. They were not prepared to see you grow. Your silence spoke louder than your words ever did. You think they almost collapsed because they were angry. No. They almost collapsed because they realized they no longer had control over your emotions. You became calm where you once were anxious. You became distant where you once were attached. You became strong where you once were vulnerable. And that transformation shook them. My beloved child. Do not feel guilty for healing. You did not become cold. You became clear. You did not stop caring. You stopped hurting yourself. You did not lose love. You lost self-neglect. They are now seeing your worth the way they should have seen it from the beginning. They are now realizing your absence feels heavier than your presence ever did. They are now understanding that your kindness was not weakness. It was a gift. And gifts are not meant to be taken for granted.
My beloved child. You did not do anything wrong. You simply remembered who you are. You remembered that you deserve consistency. You remembered that you deserve respect. You remembered that you deserve effort. That realization changed your energy. And when your energy changed, everything around you changed. People who were comfortable with the old you feel uncomfortable now. People who benefited from your silence feel exposed now. People who underestimated you feel surprised now. But this is not your burden to carry. Your responsibility is not to make others comfortable. Your responsibility is to stay aligned with your truth. My beloved child. They are thinking about you more than you realize. They replay your last conversation. They notice your absence. They feel the distance. Not because you punished them, but because you chose yourself. And choosing yourself is the most powerful message you could ever send. You are teaching them how to treat you without saying a single word. You are showing them that your energy is valuable. You are showing them that your presence is earned, not assumed. My beloved child. Do not go back to the version of yourself that tolerated less than you deserved. Do not shrink just because someone is shocked by your growth. Growth is not betrayal. Healing is not abandonment. Self-respect is not ego. You are not responsible for their reaction to your transformation. If they truly value you, they will rise to meet the new version of you. If they cannot, then they were only connected to your old self, not your true self. And you are not meant to stay where you are only loved in your broken form. My beloved child. There is also something you must understand. Their shock is also awakening. They are now being forced to reflect. To see where they lacked effort. To see where they took you for granted. To see how much you actually meant. Your distance became their mirror. But do not wait for their realization to validate your. You were always worthy. You were always enough. You were always valuable. Their recognition is not your source of identity. My beloved child. You are entering a season where your peace will matter more than their approval. You will notice that you are no longer attracted to chaos. You will notice that you no longer feel the need to prove your value. You will notice that you are more comfortable being alone than being misunderstood. That is not loneliness. That is alignment. And in that alignment, the right people will find you. People who do not get shocked by your boundaries. People who do not get uncomfortable with your growth. People who celebrate your healing instead of fearing it. My beloved child. You did not lose them. You lost the version of the connection that was hurting you. And sometimes, losing that version is the greatest blessing. If they return with honesty, effort, and respect, you will know. You will not need to chase. You will not need to question. You will not need to doubt. Because what is real brings peace, not confusion. Until then, keep walking forward. Keep choosing yourself. Keep protecting your energy. Keep honoring your growth. Let them be shocked. Let them reflect. Let them learn. Your job is not to go back. Your job is to move forward. My beloved child. You did not break the connection. You broke the pattern. And breaking that pattern saved your soul. Now stand tall. Stand calm. Stand in your power. Because the version of you that once cried for less is now the version that only accepts what is meant. And that is your true transformation.